Hey, just us here today. I have had this idea cooking for a little bit, and I was trying to think of the right time to do it. So this is just purely a. Sorry, we got a little outfit on. I hope you're dressed for the occasion. I probably should have like put in like a what to wear or something. But um yeah, I have had this sitting here for a while, and I wanted to do just a sort of ad lib slash improv discussion with you, of course, on the other side of this table with our beverages. Ooh, I'm drinking a delightful Japanese beverage from the Asahi region, I believe. I just first one was just gonna sort of be like the pilot episode where I just talk about things that are on my mind. Some topics such as I guess Destiny 2 as a whole, resolutions, what I want to achieve or aim to achieve or have progress towards by the end of the year, both in and out of streaming slash YouTube, and also just show appreciation, I guess, because I mean, no matter how big or small the numbers, to have people here is always a thing that I will appreciate more than ever, more than anything. So let's start with Destiny, right? So, in my opinion, at the moment, I think Destiny is in a pretty good spot. You know, obviously, Edge of Fate was a big bomb for a lot of people. And Ashen Iron was not helpful in that case. I thought that the story for it was a 10 out of 10. I loved the story for it. Sure, like, the beginning took a little bit to warm up to, but the end and now the continuation from there was fantastic. The Ashen Iron plot for Heliostat wasn't anything special to me. That made kind of no sense. But besides that, I think the whole plot of the Nine and such is a very good plot. And Renegades has touched on that well. The characters are very intriguing, you know, like a bit more background on Drifter because, you know, who doesn't love the Drifter? Sorry, can I just like fix your face for a second? Nah, that should be right. I'll just sit back further. I think that seems fine. But I know that it's in a bit of a tricky spot at the moment. These two mini half expansions are kind of got a lot of people questioning what step is being taken and what career we're like, what direction we're heading towards. I think that the actual playability itself is good. I mean, Lawless Frontier I think is a fantastic activity that has been released. It's a shame that there's not exactly a map, but there's a communal area, which is cool. But the game mode itself, I feel, has heaps of replayability. I personally love all of the... Sorry, let me put my hands up higher because I keep forgetting the tables here. The replayability of the activity, I think, is a lot better than running the portal. The outcomes can actually be different. You can choose where you want to go. Like, if one location's boring, you can just go to the next one. It giving pinnacles entirely is fantastic. I mean, I think some of them are as a 550, some are dropping at 540, but it's still close enough to incentivize going for it. I mean, I like the shiny stuff as well. I like being able to farm for the cosmetics for the lightsabers. I haven't gotten... The only crystals that I haven't gotten are the magenta, the indigo, and the orange one, which are all just from doing Mars. Oh, Mars, Europa, and Venus. The actual destination ones. I've gotten every other one. I got the Invader one. I got the Taken Crystal. But I have not had the luck with those colored crystals in particular. But I like the idea of that. I mean, not everything that you grind has to be not permanent, like power and such, like cosmetics. Going out of my way to get new cosmetics and that, to me, is a massive plus. I think that's fantastic. But again, that's just me. I would like to see where we are heading in the next expansion and such, where it's continuing from that, because at the moment I know it's all about binding the Nine. But I hope that the biggest issue that always had, I like slammed the table here. The biggest issue that I've had with new campaigns is how quickly the old new characters are forgotten. As much as I'm not a fan of Nimbus, it's kind of sucks that we haven't really seen him besides the final shape. That Excision mission, he got brought in. So it'd be cool, you know, after the what's it called? The Void machine gun exotic mission that we did. It'd be cool because that was a big character development of him, you know, getting or for those of you who don't know, his spoilers for Lightfall. His mentor Rohan unfortunately sacrifices his life, and Nimbus has been trying to deal with it by not dealing with it, by doing the classic like, I'm a cool kid, I don't need to worry about this stuff. And then we see some real development of him realizing what he needs to be as a cloud. Oh my god, what are they called? I was about to say Silver Surfer, but that's not the right thing. It's a Cloud Surfer or Cloud Striker. No, not Cloud Striker. Anyway, yeah, so seeing him continue on as like the mantle sort of for Neo Muna now would be cool. Finch, I understand, doesn't really have anywhere he can be, but I feel like he could still get implemented into stories. Like, I mean, we're getting more big bads across multiple than we are allies. And I feel like the whole thing as well with being a guardian is banding people together to defeat the big bad. And I know the Witnesses was the big bad, and now that he's gone, we need a bigger bad, which is trying to happen at the moment with the story. But it'd be nice for the allies to band together. With that being said, I mean, I'm very stoked with how the villains have been so far. I think Dredgen Bale's a really cool character. I think, oh my god, I want to get this right. It's 6. Yeah. 6 has been very, very good and compelling. He is blatantly just going, I don't care about you. I don't care who you are, what you do. Kind of at the start, he was misleading Mr. Dredgen. I need to stop fidgeting with this. All right, I swear it's all in a good spot, but I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. I don't have my Logitech Pro S wireless headset on. Don't use a code for me yet. We're gonna try. We'll see what we can do. What else? I believe also, sorry, I feel I should have mentioned this towards the start. So this is going to be a video as well that's going to pop up for YouTube, but it is being streamed here on twitch.tv/HeyJustice for those YouTube watchers who enjoy my videos and want to see me do these live, because I will probably try and keep them as a live thing, but still mainly as a topic of interest for YouTube. So chat is also not open at the moment because I wanted to just kind of free ball off of my thoughts, and I know sometimes I will look at what's happening on chat and giggle and then get sidetracked by whatever was happening over here because I think something funnier than me has happened. But with that out of the way, moving back, what else do I feel like? Yeah, if we can, I think that might be my main gripe with the stories. If there's a way to, like they did it with Lodi, the whole continuing with allies. So I know these are 2 mini expansions, but I really hope that they do it with more like tag allies and such. Because I know that Lodi has a major role right now of being the emissary for the 9 and trying to make sure that, you know, we fulfill this prophecy of that 3 has told him, and in binding the 9, and then dealing with Maya, who's a pretty big bad right now, and then figuring out who else will be big bads and whatnot. Oh, bless me. So I'm hoping that any more characters that get brought in, so say for this next 2 chapter part of the next expansions coming out next year, I am hoping that they keep Lodi going around. I hope that they potentially bring in other people. I know that, like, obviously they've still got the main characters, like Zavala was in here for a bit, and you've got Ikora obviously was there because the whole first Edge of Fate was around her. Drifter, Eris is getting a lot more time. But getting some of the other ones, like I know I keep pointing out the vendors because, I mean, Eris was a vendor. Crow, I feel like, needs to have a much better story than what Revenant was. Revenant was an alright story. Out of the 3, of the episodes, it might have been the lowest for me personally. But that was also because, I don't know, I think I may have just been disappointed with some stuff in general. Like, we had the Onslaught's return and Onslaught Salvation, but the rewards were not that high. Like, I think out of everything, I think I've kept 3, I want to say 3 weapons, and 2 of them were the special grenade launcher. Like, they just did not feel, I know they were going back to the we're not crafting anything side of Destiny, but I feel like the weapons weren't powerful enough to compete with those, and then enhancing, and also the tier system. The tier system itself has just kind of flopped everything on its ass, because now we're back to the same old, there's no point in getting this if it can't be enhanced, there's no point in getting this if it can't be adept, or crafted. Like, right now, enhancing old weapons from the previous expansions and seasons is up to tier 3, and no one wants a tier 3, everyone wants a tier 5. And tier 5's now getting handed out so easily. Why would you want anything less than that tier? The only reason, say, for example, I'm keeping a tier 4 of the Uncivil Discourse, because it's the only one that has dropped with the Precision Instrument and the Shiny perk. Which I also, going back to sort of the grinding thing, I know I keep dib-dabbling around. This is to help improve that. I will be able to stick to one subject for a lengthened period of time as we do this more and as I get better at this. So, the with the cosmetics and the shinies, I do like that extra sense. I'm more than happy to get in those trenches and do that, but I know other people don't want to spend that time. Especially if some of those, which I don't think they are, don't quote me, for the seasons, how their seasons come and go, they get removed out, and like they're only here for, like, obviously the first episode's here for the longest, and then the third's the shortest. If they had shiny ones, like Heresy did, it kind of sucks then, because they'll permanently be gone, whereas Renegades will probably be sticking around for a while, and so those weapons will continue to get their rewards, will continue to be available. Those rewards would continue to be available for the shinies. What else? Wishes for what else to come? I mean, that's kind of what we've been doing. My first wish was allies getting more time. You know, that'd be pretty. That would be my main one. My second one would be not a new subclass. Right, as dope as the red subclass would be, I would like some new fragments and some new aspects for some of the subclasses that haven't been getting much love. We got Storm the Keep, we got not Trapper's Ambush, we got something Prey, the Hunter Void one, where when you go stealth near something, it targets them, and then you get enhanced stats when you do final blows with them. And then the logging into memory bank. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Ionic Sentry. The Ionic Sentry aspect for Arc Warlock. The only ones that really haven't gotten any love now are, I believe, all the Solars and Stasis. Like, Stasis got some improvements with Frost Armor, and that has helped it survive longer. But the 2 Darkness subclasses and Solar are the ones that haven't gotten anything extra. Besides Warlock's is Void, because Warlock's got Song of Flame and Hellion. So getting a new Void thing would be cool for Warlocks. Getting something new, Solar for Arc and Solar for Arc, Solar for Hunter, and Solar for Titan would be very, very cool. Also, like, I don't know, for Solar Titan, let's just brainstorm some things now. General fragments would just be like, I know you've already got like ignitions, extend your or spread scorch to others, and scorch stacks are increased. Maybe something for Solar, like its own version. It could be probably a perk instead for a weapon, but a mixture of like Burning Ambition and I guess the Sunspots. Like, I know Sunspots is the aspect. Doing like precision hits or rapid final blows for Solar Titan will drop a molten fist that you can use sometimes. Or even like, I don't know, something like that would actually be pretty cool. I know Consecration's already its own thing, but that's just Burning Maul. Never mind. I'm not good at this apparently. Oh my god, I was thinking of something like that. I mean, probably just doing sort of its own Well of Radiance. Maybe like your barricades create a circle of healing or radiant. I know we just had Storm's Keep do the same thing, but there's nothing wrong with giving more barricade buffs toward, like, not as much to PvP before the PvPers start throwing stones at me, but towards PvE, just, I don't know, I've always felt, especially with Phoenix Cradle, that Solar Titan is just purely besides Bonkhammer, support. So leaning into that more, like it'd be kind of cool because obviously the earth is molten and such. He like puts his fist into the ground and pulls the barricade up that way, and then it's got like a fiery effect and shots apply a scorch. Or by God, we figured this out. What else? And then Hunter. I don't know. Solar Hunter, you just go off of Nighthawk. Is there really anything else? I mean, they also need supers, but supers would be cool. More so the supers would be for like Stasis and Strand, but you get the gist of it. Just having something extra to then link around with the other aspects and fragments, and then hopefully provide some new gameplay. And I'm sure something will break, but that's not the point of it. The point of it is to be creative. You gotta find those. I believe that might be... We might come back to it, but at the moment, that's kind of all that I want to touch for Destiny. I also, last little touches for it again. I know I just said we were done, but we're not actually. I really hope that they find the right direction for the portal, because I think that they were getting there. I think they were getting very close, but I don't know if they've hit the nail on the head. Well, I don't think they have, but they're very close. I think the last thing that I reckon was the biggest success was the bonus drops also being Pinnacle. I thought initially from the very start that they were, and so I was surprised. Bless me. I was very surprised to find out that they were not. So something towards that. I don't know. Maybe doing X amount of separate ones will increase the Pinnacle. I know a lot of us are hitting 550 and then they've put people already at 300, and it's very easy to get your stuff all to 300. But I think going from there, we still have more ground. Like for example, I don't know. Yeah, for every X you do, it increases the Pinnacle drop, the Pinnacle power drop by 1. So it's like every 5, every 10, but they have to be separate ones. And you can't like ping pong back and forth between one and the other. I think that would probably be one of the best cases. That just would help promote diversity, and I mean they've already sort of gotten towards that. They've been heading in that direction, which is good. But also in saying that if someone does want to run the same thing multiple times, they shouldn't be punished for wanting to do so. Realistically, as much as I hated running Caldera 600 times, if someone wants to run Caldera that many times because they actually enjoy it, there could be something towards that for them also still getting the rush. I know the clear times is faster than a lot of the Fire Team and Pinnacle ones, but still, if someone chooses to do that, I don't think there should be a hindrance. I know obviously you want everything to be at equal speed, so that's another little subject, but yeah, other than that, I don't think I have touched the portal besides Crucible or raids. Like, raid singular. Other than that, I've just gone to the world, I've looked at stuff. Nothing has really, because I've done everything, I guess. I've done so many different things. Vanguard alerts I haven't done. I've wanted to do them, but we haven't gotten around to that, and that's completely fine. Yeah, I think that's everything for that part. New Year's resolutions is the next part. And not exactly resolutions, but I guess goals more so. Like, resolutions / goals, I guess they are considered the same thing, you know? Like, I'll go to the gym all the time, and so I will not be going to the gym. Let me tell you that right off to the start, okay? We have weights at home. Me to my kids, when they ask for McDonald's. We have food at home. We have weights at home. But definitely planning on exercising more, trying to maintain healthier for both me and Mrs. Justice, because we want to be able to run around. Our little man is a year and 1 month, and I don't know the technical thing. I think it's like 10 days, because it works differently to what the calendar suggests. But he is such a powerhouse with walking now that when he starts running, we're going to need to keep up. And we're also going to need to be durable enough to keep up, because we'd be able to keep with him for the short bits. But when it gets longer and he has infinite energy, we're going to have to be as close to infinite energy as we can. So that is definitely a motivation boost. It's an aspiration. We've got each other motivating ourselves. Our work is very, very physical. So if we have to do there's a lot of roles, but there are some ones that are more physical than others. And if we do those roles for the whole day, that is kind of like our exercise. I know we could probably do more, but at the moment we're happy with what we've got. And if we can find the wiggle room, we will. From that, it'd be, yeah, nice to try and fit more time in. It also depends on little man, because yesterday I had to leave a bit abruptly during a raid, and he took upwards of 2 hours to get back to sleep, and that absolutely wrecked me for the day, for today. But thankfully, Mrs. Justice is the most amazing woman in the whole world and in my life. And she let me go get some rest, and then we came back, and we were revitalized, and we still had a wonderful day. So, I could not be more grateful. She's also helping, obviously, provide support for me to continue doing this. As much as a hobby at the moment this is, I would love nothing more than to make this full-time, to be able to earn enough to shift to this full-time. I do pretty much all of my editing and such self. I have Nalvarin as my chief executive problem solver for some things, whether she likes it or not. Like, she's pretty much the main / only Discord mod. She's one of the Twitch mods. She has successfully escaped the grasps of destiny, the grasps of avarice. Good dungeon. And just has also been very, I mean, like, everyone of my friends that has been close has supported me through it and such, but she's unwillingly took the mantle for some of the other stuff. So I can't be more grateful for that. I keep looking at, as well, if you're wondering what I am staring at, it is just my traveler, just my background. Don't worry about that. So I am very, very appreciative of her. I'm very appreciative of Smash89, aka Dry Milk, Vitrolic Edge, Sholzy, One, Luden's Echo, Joni, Loco for our first, like, proper Destiny collaboration. She's rated me twice and reached out. And she's also someone that you should definitely check out. Oh my god, I feel like, obviously Vec / Exo Stranger's wife. He seems to be the main pipeline for me getting money. So thank you very much for all of that. Lockster, Squishy, and more that if I remember, I will say. But I've got a very good ground basis of people that are helping support me, so I want to be able to do the best I can, and ensure nothing but top quality. I am editing more, so things should be getting out faster, but with having my boy, it gets a little trickier to try and sort that all out. But he hopefully, knock on wood, this is going to jinx it, but knock on wood, stays asleep through the entire night for the future days, because that would be very, very good. But with that, going into the resolutions for here, for the channel, the Twitch, Instagram. I think I'm gonna try and make that's part of it. TikTok and Twitter, or X. Gonna try and build a consistency of at least one video. Yeah, I think I've decided 1 video and 10 shorts a month, which is, it's not a big reach, but it's definitely something within reach. I just need to stay on top of that and stay focused with that. The big aspiration that I want is to get at least 1 sponsor by the end of the year. Affiliation is there, but getting like this stream is sponsored by, or like this video is brought to you by, I feel like everyone goes for numbers on the channels, and while that's always a good goal to have, I'm not downplaying that on anyone. I want my number to be focused differently on something else. Like, as much as I would love all the people following, subscribing, liking, commenting their favorite moments or their favorite time, their subway order, and such, I feel like having a sponsor to me feels like I'm making it, which I don't know if that's not true. Maybe everyone can get a sponsor or so, but not make it all the way. But I would like to use those as acknowledgement for where I've come from and where I'm heading. I mean, main ones is the stuff that I use all the time. So like, Maono, I use a Maono microphone with a mixer. I have a Elgato Stream Deck from Mrs. Justice. I have Logitech keyboard and headphones again that you saw. I use a Razer Viper Mini. I had to look at it again on the back. I can't remember it. There's so many things that I use and I love and I think are all fantastic. The last thing would be to try and figure out how to get like a PC sponsorship. I need to look into it. That's the first solution to this problem. It's not even a problem. The first act I should do from this task. And then, maybe magically Monster will sponsor me, or Coco Bella for Mrs. Justice. If you guys are listening, my number is an email, not an actual number. But just getting that, if I can, another one, if the budget allows, is trying to get artists or an artist just to do some, say, emotes, some profile pictures. I like my, at least for Twitch, I like my background as it is at the moment, but I would like to get stuff that seems more personalized for the other channels. Like my Hey Justice one is a Oryx with googly eyes that Kawaii eyes, sorry, that I did two years ago now? Yeah. Back during Oryx Exalted Pantheon. My goodness. Give me a second. What else? I guess. I don't really have many, but they're the goals that I want and the goals that I will strive to try and get for this year. And I'm hoping that everything will go well. Hopefully we magically win the lottery as well. That'd be nice. But other than that, other sorts of videos and games for this channel. I need to go back to Elden Ring. I need to finish Elden Ring. I've got to finish Silksong. Mrs. Justice and I are planning on doing A Way Out, because we've done It Takes Two and we've done Split Fiction. So why not finish off the trilogy of this beautiful company? Bless me. What else? I have Wukong as well. I bought that ages ago from One, who gave me that gift. I need to actually start playing that. I plan on playing that after Elden Ring. Battlefield has been one that's been going well for now. Ready or Not with Andy / Scholzy and One has been another good one. And just maybe trying to find other stuff. Like, I want to get Arc Raiders. I don't know if I'm too late into the Arc Raiders trend. I don't know if I should wait for, like, the next thing. I do want to play Marathon in March when that comes out. I just hope that they don't do the same thing that they did to our little man, Modicum of Justice, I call him, which Modicum means a little bit. So I thought that was pretty appropriate for a little justice. Hopefully they don't put it on Mrs. Justice's birthday, because they did that to Modicum, and that was funny. It was a bummer. He was, unfortunately, too sick to go to childcare anyway, but the plan was to just be like, happy birthday, son, off you go to childcare. Like, just send him on his way. I don't know what else. I think that might be everything. I don't know, I've just been kind of talking off the top of my dome and then getting distracted, getting lost, picking different things, picking the poison. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought now. 2026 is looking like a very fortunate year. I'm hoping for progress, I'm hoping for prowess, I'm hoping for opportunities, but I'm willing to reach out to try and obtain the opportunities myself, and that's what I need to do more of as well, is that initiative. I had a bit of initiative last year, but I need to definitely excel that and take more into it. Put more of it into my stride. And I'm very much looking forward to this year. There's going to be a lot of good things, both in and out of gaming, out of YouTube, out of Twitch. And I can't wait for hopefully more people to join on the ride. For the people that are here already, I appreciate you all more than anything. If you are new, welcome. Prepare to expect nothing. Expect chaos, hilarity, and just some absolutely good times. Thank you all very much for listening to this, and I will see you guys for the next video. Bye.